Hey guys, Aaron with Integrity Canine Trainers, and today we've got Walt. Walt is a very special dog, comes from some friends of mine, and he's a 4-year-old German Shepherd. They rescued him when he was about 18 months old. He has some issues with noises, and so it's very interesting that we're getting this dog in right around 4th of July. A lot of dogs this time of year are scared by the fireworks and different things, and so and Walt's really no different from that standpoint. I'll say, based on where our kennels are, we've had some fireworks going off in the area, and so we've worked with him through some of these things. And when someone's present, he's able to stay calm. He wants to be next to you, but he doesn't lose his mind. But what happens when you're not there is a little different. When he can't find comfort, we've had issues with him clawing through his neighbor's back doors or through his owner's back door and destroying that. And so we're trying to build some confidence and bring some security to him, to kind of self-soothe and that kind of stuff. So one of the things that we did in those instances is I would not coddle him. I wouldn't, when he came to me, I wouldn't say, "Oh, it's okay, everything's good." That just encourages his fearful behavior a lot of times. And so, if he came to me, I might say, "Hi, Walt," put him into a sit or something like that, and just give him structure in that. Just let him know that I'm not worried, you shouldn't be worried, kind of thing. And really, that seemed to work pretty well. So the real test is going to be when he goes home. But we're going to set some structure and boundaries in place so that the owners are equipped to be able to handle that, because Walt's a great dog. Probably one of the friendliest shepherds I've gotten to work with in a while. Loves people, really loves other dogs. He's calm in the house. He's not a barker. He's playful when he wants to be, but he shuts it down when I ask him to. Just all around great dog. The obedience process has come super easy for him. Now, being a 4-year-old, he's got some history, he's got some habits that we've had to work through, and so the difference there is that he's got some maturity under his belt, so he's able to handle some of that stuff a little better, but he also has more habits that we're trying to fight through. So one of those is going to be on heel. So with me, he heels really well. He has we do a good loose leash. He also does very well with off leash. But if we switch it up and possibly go back to the owner's children, we're going to have to work with them to reestablish new boundaries with him, because he's going to recognize them as, hey, this is the boundary that they've set for me before. I can pull on the leash, I can lead out, and so we're going to have to work with them through that process. So some of the things that we'd use in that case are going to be a slip lead. We're going to use the e-collar today. My e-collar is set at a 4. This is just your standard educator collar, and he responds very well at the 4 to 8 range, I would say. He does have a comfort pad on there that's going to help to fight through that hair a little bit better. So we're going to be using those tools, that kind of equipment, so that the owners can walk him effectively. Also, we've worked on place. We've worked on his holding in place, or holding a sit, or holding it down for distance, duration, distractions. We're going to have some fun today. We're going to take him around and place him on some different objects. Because of some hip injuries in his past, we haven't asked him to really jump up on top of things. If he can step up there, he does great. So that's something to keep in mind with these older dogs, and especially certain breeds that may be more prone to hip issues. But all in all, Walt has done fantastic. So come along with me. Let's go through. We're at Lowe's today. This is right before the 4th of July, and let's see how he does. So I've got a high level of confidence that we're going to see a fantastic dog today. So Walt, you ready? Okay, here we go. So starting out with heel. We're going to come out here to the clearing. Walt, sit. So I want to start heel in a sit that just adds some structure, and then I'm going to lead out. I've got just enough leash here so that I can correct. This is effectively establishing my boundary with him. I'm going to lead out with my left leg. I'm going to say, Walt, heel. Good. I'm going to keep him right here. Now, my primary form of correction, if you want to call it that, is going to be my e-collar. Again, we're set at a 4, so with that 4, I'm going to just stem and get his attention back to me as we're walking. Walt, Whenever I change directions, take a right hand or a left hand turn, I'm going to use his name. I want to do that just as a cue that, hey, something's changing. Walt. Heel. Good. Yes, good. Heel. Good boy. Good heel. So you see that slack right there. That's what we're looking for. He's holding in a great position here. You know, what I'll do when we're passing by people or something is I might use the vibrate function. Hit the vibrate button and just tell him to leave it. It's just a gentle reminder of, hey, you're not here to sniff or smell or greet unless I tell you to. And so his business is really just being all about my business right now. There we go. Heel. Good. So one of the techniques that we can do and that we coach our owners on is when we've got a dog that's healing well. He's got a good loose leash, but I'm not sure I have the confidence to walk him without a leash yet. A lot of times we'll recommend, hey, just drape that leash over his back if it's a big dog, or let it drop to the ground if it's a little easier, and we'll do a drag leash heel here. And so this is often our transitional phase into off leash. So we'll let him kind of drag this around a little bit, or I'll drape it here so that if I feel like I need to grab it, I can. So we're going to place him on this cart here. Walt, what I'm looking for on a place command is something with clearly defined boundaries. Now I'll tell you, in our home, Walt, sit. Good boy. In our home, he's done really good. He loves the place cots that we have, or elevated cooling mats. You can find those all over the place. Obviously, there's some higher end brands that are very durable, and there's some lower end brands. For a dog this size, I'm going to be looking for something that has some substance to it, some structure to it, because I don't want it to fail with him on it, and then he has a negative response to that. So what I'm looking for here is, I know that this is going to support his weight. It's got clearly defined boundaries. It has a little bit of elevation. So all I'm going to do is come up to an object like this. I'm going to say, Walt, place. Good. Sit. So here we can put him into a place, put him into a sit. Yes. At that point, we can institute our 3Ds. So duration is just standing by him, letting him hold that. Then that's going to include some distance. So I may reiterate, Walt, sit. Good boy, good place, good sit. And I'm going to walk away. Nope. Walt, sit. Good boy, good sit. So we're going to create that distance, and with that distance comes a distraction. We've also got a lot of noises going on here. We've got another cart coming around the corner here. We'll let him come on through. You're good. Come on through. Gotcha. So distractions of carts and people and that kind of stuff. When I'm ready, I can do one of two things typically. I can tell them to come to me, or I can tell them to break. Come is going to be a point A to point B. We're still working. Break is going to be, hey, you did a great job. I'm super proud of you. I'm going to love on you and praise you a little bit. It says paycheck. So in that case, Walt, break. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Yeah, you're doing so good. Okay. So now we can have some fun with place. Walt. So place is always a good thing for building confidence, and so what I like about the place command is that he learns to trust me in that, and he also gains confidence in himself. So all around, we're just building confidence in this whole relationship. Walt, sit. Good boy. How you doing today? Good boy. Okay, Walt, heel. All right, Walt, place. Come on. Good boy. Sit. Good, yes. Here we go. Walt, place. Yes, good boy. Now this is very difficult for a lot of dogs. Walt, sit. And so I would take this as a win. I think that his confidence has grown exponentially, because these are wobbly, they move around, they're scratchy, they're noisy, they're cold, all the things that a lot of dogs really don't like at first. And so he's done a great job managing that. Walt, here, good. Here we go. Walt, up here. Here we go, place. Yes, good. And troubleshooting and figuring it out. Walt, sit. Good. So we'll try some 3Ds here again. Good boy, good sit. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. Where's that pretty dog?
He's right here. Oh, isn't he? You want to say hi to him?
Yes.
I need some greeting manners, so if you want to say hi to him, I'll bring him over to you.
Okay, yes.
All right, we're going to go off-leash heels, so we're going to be exclusively with verbal commands as well as the e-collar. Heel. That's Walt, a 4-year-old, just a great boy. Really enjoyed our time with him. I'm excited to see how he does when he goes back home with his owners. He's got just the rest of his life is going to be just a great time. He's going to get to go with them to their games, their softball games or whatever, and do some more traveling. But hopefully we've been able to get some confidence under his belt and start helping out with some of that fearful reactions that he's having. So but anyway, if y'all need something, let us know, and watch the rest of his videos and tell me what you think.